Hey, what's up, Logos Personal Finance students? Welcome to day 40. That is right. We have made it to the 40th day of e-learning. It is May 20th, 2020. Can't believe it's been 40 days that I've been doing this e-learning. But here we are. And so let's get right into it. It is Wednesday. Happy hump day. Let's get right on to that econ lowdown thing. First of all, we're going to go check out the Blackbaud. This is what I do first thing. It's what you should do first thing, really, every day. You should check your Blackbaud, check for any messages. You see, I got a few messages up there. But check, all your classes. Check your assignments, check your grades, check if there's any messages. The bulletin board's a great place to look for messages like this one about the Zoom meeting that will be taking place tomorrow, right? We have our class Zoom meeting every Thursday. Tomorrow will be Thursday, so we will be here doing our Zoom thing at 10 a.m. But look out for the link to that Zoom meeting. I will be sending it out today in messages. It'll also be posted on the class bulletin board as an announcement. It'll also be under assignments as an assignment, so there'll be plenty of ways to access that link. Speaking of the assignments tab, you see this is my Blackbaud page, so I have more tabs. You should just have the 3 tabs: bulletin board, topic, and assignments. And again, this is on the class page. If we go under assignments, right, you can't access the assignments, but you can see the assignments. You can see both the active assignments, or if you change the date view, you can see previous assignments, all the assignments that have been assigned so far through Econ Lowdown. Remember, all these assignments are done through Econ Lowdown. If you click on one of these assignments, you'll find the link to get to Econ Lowdown. But there's multiple places to get to the Econ Lowdown link. It's under the assignments, it's under topics. If you go into the topic, there it is right there. And I usually just go right straight to it from the bulletin board right here, econlowdown.org. So let's go ahead and open up our Econ Lowdown login page. I got my student code and password there. I'm logging in. And so there's the link for the Zoom class meetings. Again, another link. This term we started off talking about financial literacy. And this week, yesterday, and really earlier this week as well, we've kind of gotten into talking about how interest works. And interest, and understanding how interest works, both on savings and on debt, is a huge component to financial literacy. It might be one of the most important parts of financial literacy. It's what differentiates financially literate people from financially illiterate people. People that get into financial problems often it's because they don't understand how interest works. So if there's one thing you can learn from this class that will help you avoid financial problems, that's it, right? Understanding how interest works, because the thing is, especially when you're borrowing money, when you're taking on debt, the people who loan you money, like I mentioned yesterday, they're charging interest. They make a profit off of interest. And so they are not going to explain to you how interest works, because they want to get as much money from you as possible. That's how anyone selling anything works, right? Anytime you're buying a good or service, the people or company that are selling you that good or service, you have to understand their job is not to give you the best deal possible. Their job is to get as much money, much of your money as possible from you. And so it works that way absolutely with interest. And so your job as a consumer, we used to call this class consumer education, being a smart consumer. Part of being a smart consumer is understanding how to avoid giving as much money as possible, right? So you, the consumer, we the consumer, we have the opposite job of the producer. The people who are making and selling goods and services, their job is to get as much of our money as possible from us in exchange for the good or service that they're providing. Our job as a consumer is to get as many goods and services as possible that we can, while giving up as little of our money as possible. And the more financially literate you are, the better you are at that. And so interest plays a big role in it. And that's why our question, if we scroll all the way down to the bottom, all these assignments that have been helping you get more financially literate, today's assignment might be the most important one we've done all term. Because again, it's all about interest. We asked the question yesterday just to see what you know, right? What is interest? And that's just a written assessment, meaning if you don't know what interest is, that's okay. If you have a little bit of an idea, whatever you know about interest, answer that written assessment and you get 100%, 5 points, 5 free points just for answering the question, whether it's right or wrong. But today's assignment is about paying and receiving interest. So we're actually going to learn what interest is. So if you don't know, here's how you learn. So let's go ahead and check this out. Paying and receiving interest. If we click launch on that, we see. We are sure that at some point you have probably heard this quote from Shakespeare. Really? Neither a borrower nor a lender be. What did Shakespeare have against borrowing and lending? Perhaps he was concerned that the lender might not be repaid in a timely way. Or maybe he was fearful that friendships and family relations might be strained by people's disagreements over loans and repayments. That's a good point, right? Don't loan money to family if you can avoid that. However, Shakespeare might not have considered the role of interest. Interest payments can allow both borrowers and lenders to benefit from their transactions. This course is designed to help you better understand paying and receiving interest. There's nothing wrong with borrowing money. You just have to understand how to do it right, right? And lending money can make you money, right? Again, you can make money off of lending, and you can get things that you want or need with borrowing, and you can do it in an intelligent, financially literate way. The first step towards that is going to be the pretest. And how many questions we got on the pretest for this one? Only 4? Well, let's take a look at this. Number 1, why are savers paid interest? A, savers are paid interest to compensate the borrower. B, savers are paid interest to compensate them for their opportunity costs. C, savers are paid interest because the money today is less valuable than money in the future. I think B. I'm going to guess B. Number 2, the risk that the borrower may not repay a loan is called opportunity risk, interest risk, default risk, right? Default. Default sounds like the right answer. Number 3, interest is a payment. A, you receive from someone who has loaned you money. B, you receive from someone to whom you have loaned money. C, you make to someone to whom you loaned money. So if you loan money, you don't pay them interest. They pay you interest, right? If you borrow money, you pay interest. So interest is a payment you receive from someone to whom you have loaned money, okay? And number 4, interest is a payment you make to someone from whom you borrow money. Yes, submit test. Pretty sure I got 100% on that. But let's take a look at what the rest of this is. This looks like a pretty short, easy course. There you go. After completing this course, you should be able to define interest, determine the best decision to make regarding interest if your goal is to keep the most money possible in a given situation. Before moving on, let's watch the following video on interest. When the video is over, proceed to the next page. Oh, so there's a nice little video that goes along with this. Let's take a look at this. So this, yeah, you get a video Q&A, you get a pre-test, a post-test. I don't know if there's any good information in this, but it looks pretty cool. Maybe. So this lady's at the bank, making a deposit, it looks like. You gonna get any interest?
Interest is the money you pay to use someone else's money for a certain length of time. If you borrow $100 at 10% for a year, after the year's passed, you have to pay back $110. $100 represents the return of the money you borrowed. The extra $10 represents...
Could this guy be any more boring?
The interest rate is the interest you paid divided by the amount of money you borrowed, usually expressed for a 1-year time frame.
Thanks, dude.
Interest also is the money you receive if you...
Look, he's got some cash, right? This guy's financially literate. Look at his suit. Look at his glasses. Look at all that cash in his hand. And where is he at? He's at the bank. That's financial literacy. You can tell not just by the words he's saying, but by how he's acting. This guy knows what he's talking about.
There are many different interest rates, depending on many factors. Who's borrowing?
So yeah, watch this video. Listen to what the man has to say. Take the pre-test. Take the post-test. There's your grade. Simple as that. Don't forget to answer that question about what interest is. You can just say what this guy said. But if you have any questions or concerns, let me know. And don't forget about that Zoom meeting tomorrow, 10 a.m. Be there. Peace.